I think series Philippine region because Darius or Azar having that face rush, I think is a 1v3, 1v4 type of champion that they can bring up. And I think that is something that we can expect from Azar having to play this champion. I think this is a champion that has 100% win rate for Team Secret that they have played domestically as well. So
Here we go as we will zoom right into the Rift right now. And Team Secret will take on QWQ. I'm interested to see how this Zed will be played out by Tatsuri because I'm expecting a whole lot of flair when you go in for such an aggressive pick up in the mid lane against the likes of Jackie, who can actually maneuver around whenever she does have the Spirit Rush. Initially, we did see a little bit of a scuffle up top, but it didn't really result too much. Renekton will have a slower start as compared to usual.
but here, 2v3.
Oh man, Zar now being left all alone, and Tatsuri already hitting level 2, just going to be doing a little bit more poke, giving a little bit more assistance towards Azar as he'll be able to walk away. An invite comes in from Trevor. Tommy is looking to dash all across just to first land a little bit of a sucker punch in front of the face of Trevor. That will not be doing all too much. But then again, this is going to be causing a lot of attention to be drawn right in from QWQ as the Lux will be moving in shortly.
Yeah, and having a very strong early type of composition, having Azar at level 2, level 3 already, Trapper with the Jarvan 4, I think there is a lot built into their skill kit with their power spike. So I think that is the reason why they can pressure in onto enemy jungle that early on. So having that red buff removed from the Vi means that he's not going to be as dominant coming into the Rift Scuttler, and having 2-level scale in the 4-minute mark might potentially even be a level 4.5 coming into the first dragon if this follows up, wherein they don't get anything in return from the enemy team jungle.
Well, I do believe this vertical jungling strat will be proven to be slightly effective, but Tommy really has to snatch this buff away before Trevor goes in for the steal. Oh, goodness gracious. They almost lost that buff, and if that's going to be the case, QWQ will be a whole lot more behind, but luckily enough, Tommy will be able to just take it nonetheless. So it's just a little bit of a slight goal discrepancy between the two of them, and the poke will come in. Chewy over on the bottom side will be playing the Ziggs as a magic, well, what I will call AP carry down in the Dragon lane, which has been seen across certain other regions, but it isn't all too popular. But won't be super afraid because that is being brought in PC as well. Now that is a chain of Garage landing perfectly. And it's a 1-for-1 trade, I do believe, as Hamas will be able to actually land Zephyr in the end. And well, that will also be responded by Tommy, as he will be able to secure a kill for himself.
Although Team Secret wasn't really able to get a good end of that trade there because, yes, they got the trade onto a 1-for-2, but Hamiz was the one who got the kill, and that was not Chewy. So that was the support who got the majority of the gold, and on top of that, Cool was able to secure 1-0-1. 1 kill and 1 assist that enabled him to now secure the Manamune in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And regarding how Chewy has been playing an AP carry, this was seen domestically as well, wherein he uses up a Seraphine APC, a Ziggs APC that they've brought up. And I think this is sort of the strategy of Team Secret coming in to the Summer Super Cup as well, to bring in those untraditional picks to try and match and confuse the enemy team on how they want to play this out. But I think it's going to be harder time because Cool is also a poking champion to match it up against a Ziggs, who also is a poking champion.
This poke composition definitely will be able to actually get them a little bit of an advantage when it comes down to, you know, extended team fights. That's going to be pretty much on the long range term. But QWQ is looking to take this dragon for themselves, but oh, goodness me! Team Secret managed to steal that away. It's Tatsuri who just threw in his very first spell just to snatch it all off. And I thought that it's going to be the Mega Inferno Bomb that has been able to secure it, but wow. I didn't expect Tatsuri to be able to snatch it away.
I can't believe it as well. I think he dashed in, or maybe the Shuriken came out, but now it's going to be 3-man roam. Yes.
Wow, Millie shutting him down before the Spinal Spark even connects. But Jai goes down as they will look to take a little bit more of the turret plating, but there's not just about minions to do so. Oh, there is a little bit of dive over the top side here, but the Zarus could be in just safe proximities. Potent seems to be struggling a whole lot by just hugging his turret, and Azar is pretty much in max health. There will be a little bit more of a lane swap in effect as Cool is looking to move towards the Baron lane.
And I want to put a quick point on the same player that you just talked about, Azar. Traditionally, Azar just uses a face rush onto a Darius, but now he uses the fleet footwork. And I think the reason for that is to match it up against a Renekton Baron lane on a 1v1 basis. So this is something that we can take note because not so far that we see it often from Azar.
Well, in the blink of an eye, now you see him, now you don't. Daki goes down to the death mark that was set in place by Tatsuri. And you can tell that he's feeling extremely comfortable with the Zed. Salt barrier already brought out, but Trevor will be able to flash away. Cool will look to escape, but Tatsuri is just holding down the line. Here comes Demon Soon to heal them all up. And Team Secret walks away without too much of a trouble. Now, with the Rift Herald pretty much spawn up, this will be all eyes on the prize for both teams over the top side of the river.
Yeah, that was a clutch from both teams. Cool was almost dead in that fight, but he was able to flash out. And on top of all that, Team Secret having Hamez go into the mid lane, go for the Monsoon, actually saves his teammates his life as well. Trevor was saved because of the Dragon Spear that saved his life, also the flash that he used a while ago. And I think that's sort of the micro play that we want to see, we want to expect coming into the Rift.
As much as there's no vision being set up from the side of QWQ, they really want to contest this right now. Diving head first, it has to be Tommy. But this is too little too late. They will have to fall right back. Now that the Baron laners have swapped over the bottom side, I believe that things will stabilize for a tad short bit. Tom is now playing a very proficient Janna, already having the redemption up online. Probably gonna be working towards an Ardent Sensor real soon as Tommy looks to continue to push for QWQ with the Mega Infernal Bomb in effect. This will be the death mark on top of Cool. Cool probably will have a little bit more health left on his HP bar, but no kills whatsoever while Team Secret takes down bottom turret.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You know what? No kills? Sure, but we're gonna get the tap for his blood, which gives us 2.5k gold lead advantage away from you. And that Mega Inferno Bomb was utilized to just delay how QWQ went to try and set up a 3-man roam onto the Baron lane to try and secure the tap for his blood against Team Secret. But it went overboard. Mega Inferno Bomb, clear out the wave. Doesn't really matter on if ever it does get a kill, because the minion wave is what mattered in that composition, in that engagement. And Team Secret will utilize that very well, saved their life, and now they are at a lead against QWQ coming in to the 8-minute mark with Ocean Drake now coming up alive.
Give the Ocean Drake, there is a little bit of tension up top where Azar is just bullying Houghton. You gotta spare this crocodile, my dear friend. But Team Secret looks to be taking charge of the river right down over the bottom side. A little bit contest for the Skull Crab, but if any one of these teams were to smite it, that would be a disadvantage for the Dragon. But Trevor's going to be able to actually blow it down to HP Flag and Drag, and the HP bars all melted down from Buttai. He has to take a little bit of the backward step, and here comes the Salt Battery connecting on top of Trevor. He can only buy a little bit more time. The rest of Team Secret diving right in, looking for the kill. Hummes will be able to land a couple of bolts as Tatsuri will be picking up a triple kill, going on a rampage.
And I think the beginning of that one was the fight onto the Rift Scuttler. Howling Gale enabled Team Secret to just delay how Tommy wants to go for the steal. Trevor was then able to go for the flag and drag to go for the 2-man knockup. That was really huge for their team as well. That was a knockup onto Jackie. And I think Tommy at that was nowhere near his teammates to go then for the support. How Team Secret just followed that through and got the kill onto Tommy. That was a 1-for-1, but then after, they got more kills after. So that was pretty huge from Team Secret. And now they're leading at the 3-kill lead and also the 6k gold lead.
Well, I'm just looking at how proficient Team Secret is playing this one out. Azar should be able to hold his own, but Tommy's gonna be, of course, causing a little bit of concern, but he'll be backed up by Trevor. So there's not too much of a worry for Team Secret for now. Baron coming up online, but probably the Dragon will be a lot more of a sexy appeal for either side to actually secure. Of course, having more regeneration, or should I say Omnivac, coming in for Azar will be very much useful when it comes down to the amount of lifesteal he could get by swinging his axe.
Mm-hmm. Ocean Dragon, Baron Nashor alive, and as you stated, the sustainability is going to be very important. That is the source coming in from the Ocean Dragon. So a kill will be very valuable at this point. We're in QWQ and Team Secret, as you see so far, is not really going for the hyper aggressive type of movement because one mistake can lead to an overall domination from one side or another. So this is certain thing that Team Secret and QWQ is thinking. We need to stay safe, wait for the right opportunity to come in. And having a Rift Herald spawn into the top lane from the base enables Team Secret to now think of a way on how they can outmaneuver QWQ to then go for the Ocean Drake.
Interesting enough, we can see that the Rift Herald is dropped towards the Baron lane. Here comes a connection of a wombo combo from the side of QWQ, but Team Secret still has Azar standing on both feet. Hamiz now turning potent to fall right back. Not really too much a favorable trade between them for the likes of QWQ in this sort of case, and that opens up this Drake pretty much for free on the hands of Team Secret.
And with that, Rift Herald is onto the Baron lane, now marching in. So they're utilizing every aspect that they could in this game to get more turrets, to gain more objectives that leads them to a more favorable gold lead coming into this one. And they're now sitting at a 9k gold lead. Right, with the Ocean Drake, with the Mountain Drake available for their team, they're pretty much good when it comes to the mid game because their sustainability is up rather. And as you stated a while ago, Azar utilizes the Ocean Drake very well because of the Omnivamp that he has. And having an Omnivamp means that will increase sustainability of Azar in a 5v5 in a team fight against QWQ.
Just looking back at the earlier skirmish that we had over on the river, or should I even say the mid lane, where we were trying to attempt to secure a kill on top of Azar, that isn't exactly the target that they should be focusing on. Instead, if they can actually get their hands on Chewy, landing a chain of corruption will be extremely deadly. Now that, of course, for likes of QWQ, they have this Varus building on the Man Immune, he's going to be able to actually do a whole lot of poke damage. Perhaps if he were to lower down the HP bars of Team Secret first, then only look to set up a full team fight, that will be the most ideal situation. Now, pretty much a 3-1-1 split going on for Team Secret as Wards and Vision has been denied over on Baron side. Hamas probably will be first escorting this Jarvan to see what comes into the enemy lines of the jungle. Oh boy. This will be a beautiful snare coming out of Lux, but Tommy is looking to just stand his ground. He's sitting on top of Ward, though. Not really the best place to be for QWQ. Meanwhile, bottom side sees Azar shoving aside Renekton back into his own jungle instead. And for the moment, Jai is just going to be holding on to his mid side. Tommy now getting poked down. Top lane focus for the side of Team Secret as they look to divert the attention all across these lanes. Now, Team Secret will be able to actually land a beautiful apprehend as well. Oh, here comes the dog, but it will not take down Pool as he turns golden. The team fight breaks out, and Trevor will also be charmed right across. Well, has to fall back for a tap more. Like a drag forward, but that was a little bit too risky of a move from Team Secret. QWQ will be able to hold on for now, but this 9k gold lead will prove to be a problem later on. Team Secret's now looking to take down turret tier 2 up in the mid lane.
Yeah, and having that pressure in, when you have Ziggs in your composition, you just have the satchel charge to bring down the turret easily if it's boiled down into a 25% current left. right? So I think that is how Team Secret has been pressuring, and we have a lot of gold lead when it comes to the game. Let's punish it more for QWQ in terms of the late game. And if you're looking at the items, ROA already secured by Jana, already with his Ardent Sensor, and this is an extra damage output from James on how he has played in the prior engagement. Very aggressive, but now mid lane,
Oh boy, beautiful potential charge. He has to actually pop the Assassin's Enchantment. Here comes Trevor. Oh, beautiful flag and drag on top of 3 as he locked them in. What a calculus of this wall. Things look to be bleak for QWQ as they take down Tommy. Team Secret still has a lot more firepower here as Azar comes into the scene. And with the bouncing bomb connecting, that will be a killing spree for Chewy with a beautiful setup coming out of Trevor, risking his life for the greater good. Now 10-5, they will be looking to break this one down with only the Lux survive that team fight. I'm not too certain if they will be able to actually defend this as they are already hitting down the Nexus. Team Secret of the Philippines will take this game.
Trevor was a play from that last engagement. As you stated, the Catalysm connected onto everyone, and that just enabled Team Secret to now punish. And especially considering that their composition was built onto it. Ziggs is there to go for the minefield and go for the bouncing bombs. That just enables how much more damage can go through